What's up, guys? Today I'm going to be upgrading my memory, my RAM inside my computer. Now, the reason I'm going to be doing this is because even just with Windows running, with nothing in the background, just some basic, well, there is a few things running in the background here, but not much. But just with some basic stuff, it's already 40% of all the RAM gone. Now, my workflow has increased a lot in the past couple of months. I've moved on to having, often 10 tabs open in Chrome and, VirtualBox, virtual machines. Here we'll open some programs and we can see. Open up virtual machine. Premiere Pro I often have open. Various other IDEs and things. As you can see, I'm recording. We open up all these programs, and as you can see very quickly, the RAM becomes an issue. It will CPU peg quite high because there's a lot of things opening, but that will go back down. But already we've got 92% RAM, and often I have more tabs open in Chrome than this. I would have often 8, 10 tabs, and very quickly it starts to hit the hard drive when this maxes out. And on most computers, pretty much all computers, the RAM, random access memory, is much faster than the hard drive. Hard drive is much slower, and so you get lag all over the place, and it quickly becomes very annoying. I'd say 8 gigs of RAM nowadays is probably the base of what you'd want to have. So I've got 8 gigs there. But 16 is really the optimal nowadays. 32 is amazing, but you don't really need it. But 16 is probably the optimal. So I'm going to show you how to upgrade the RAM today. It's pretty easy. You don't need a technician to do it. You can do it yourself and save a lot of money. It's just pretty much a slot out, slot in. It's pretty easy, and hopefully it'll allow me to open up a lot of programs. A lot of people as well falsely believe that adding more RAM makes the computer faster. That's actually not true. It only makes it faster if the amount of RAM you already have is maxed out. So I'm finding that with my workflow, as I say, moved on to using a lot of virtual machines and tabs in Chrome and things like that just eat RAM. They love a lot of RAM. And it's maxing it out and it's lagging all over the place. Then adding more memory will definitely help. But if you're not maxing it out, you won't really get any performance benefits. Alright, so I'm going to show you how to do it. So I'll switch camera angles to the computer. Okay, so there's the computer. There's the 2 sticks of memory there. They're 2 times 4 gigabytes in dual channel. I prefer to always, when I'm doing RAM or really anything, is to lie the computer down because it's better that way. It's a bit easier. As for what we're going to be upgrading it with, we're going to be putting in some HyperX Fury DDR4. This is 16 gigs, as you can see down there, 16 gig. It's 2 times 8 gigs. It's always better to get 2 of the smaller stick. So if you want 8 gigs, get 2 4. If you want 32 gigs, get 2 16 gigs, because dual channel memory configuration is much better than just single channel, because it actually doubles the controller data bus to the CPU, and there is actually quite a performance benefit. So yeah, and it's usually not much more to get dual channel. So anyway, let's get started with the upgrade. So the first thing you want to do is these little switch things here. See if I can point to them right there. You just want to pull them back. There's usually quite a bit of resistance. If you just pull them back, it's usually kind of hard because it's already been in there for a while. I'll come back. Oh, actually, yeah, I forgot. On a lot of new motherboards, they only one side goes back. So yeah, I don't think. Yeah, that's not a switch. Okay. So once you pull one side out, it just slips out like that. Okay, and there it is. That's what it looks like. Patriot memory. There you go, 8 gigs, 2x4 kit. So that's 4 gigs of RAM there. It's actually does have a heat spreader on it, sort of. Well, not really. It's just painted black. Usually they're painted green. It doesn't have a heat spreader, but right. Let's pop that over there. And we do the same with this one. Sorry if you can't really see that. As you can see, I just pull it back and then pull from this side. Okay. Memory just comes out like that. Should just apply a little bit of force. And there we go. There's our 8 gigs. Alright, so I'll open this box and I'll install the RAM. Okay, so there's the memory, as you can see, all unboxed. That's what it looks like. Not bad, there's the RGB on the top of it. So yeah, it's pretty simple to install. You just line up the groove, that little notch in the RAM there with the little notch on the board. It's pretty simple. When you are installing it, make sure if you have got 2 sticks that you install it in the dual channel memory configuration. So for my motherboard, it's just, in fact, pretty much every motherboard, you just do it in the same colored slots. But in the manual, they specifically recommended, you can do it in B1 or you can do it in A2 or B2, which is the beige slots. But they said for best compatibility, use it in the A1 and B1. So that'll be the black slots. As you can see, it's just written on the side there. So I'll do that. Okay, so what you do is you just slot the memory so it's just sitting in there nicely. And then you just get it and you just push down on one corner, hard on one corner, and then hard on the other corner. Okay, so it just completely slots in there and you'll hear it click like that. And then just go over the middle, just give it a bit of a push, make sure it's in. And that latch should come right over and lock it in. Okay, so that's 4 gigs of RAM installed, and I'll do exactly the same process for the second one. And yeah, make sure that when you're installing it, that lever is out. Alrighty, so there you go. Now that's all installed, all done. So yeah, just remember you slot it in so it's almost in all the way, and you can just see the little gold contacts just sticking out a little bit, and then you do push down hard with one thumb on one corner and then do the other corner, and then just run your finger over the top of it, and that installs it. Pretty good. This cable here, I wish I could move that, but it's a bit short, so it's going to have to disrupt the RGB a little bit, which is a shame, but oh well, these things happen. What can you do? This board supports up to 2400 megahertz RAM. This RAM's actually, I think it's 3200. I believe it's 3200 megahertz. Yeah, 3200 CL. So it will still work, but the board should just downclock it automatically to 2400. These have XMP profiles on them as well, extreme memory profiles, which these old chips here didn't. So we'll see if it works or not. I'll try and enable it, and yeah, we'll see if it works. So all I got to do now is just put the side panel on and power it up for the first time and see how it goes. Alrighty, well, there they are. They're all installed. Let's turn it on for the first time and see how it looks. There's the power button, and just whack it. Huh? Oh shit, doesn't work. Jokes. Gotta go to the back of the power supply first and the on switch. The oldest trick in the book. Okay, let's whack this button again and hopefully it works. Fingers crossed. Oh, there we go. Something's happening. It's loading up. It's not lighting up, bizarrely. Let's go into the BIOS. Oh, they're lighting up now. There we go. That looks pretty cool. Smash delete. There we go. There's your BIOS. So there we go. It's recognizing the 2 Kingston 8192 megs, at 2400. These are actually 3200 megahertz RAM, but as I said before, the motherboard only supports 2400, so it goes down. It says here 2133, but it's recognizing 16 gigs of RAM. I believe that's because we've got XMP disabled. So I guess we just enable profile 1. So the 3200. Maybe so it's profile 2. 3000. I'll just leave it at disabled at the moment. I don't want it to crash or anything, but I'll have a play with that in a second. Yeah, that's pretty cool though. So that's all recognized. It's pretty good. I'll just have to play with the speeds because I think it's running at 2133. I'll try to get it up to 2400. And what we'll do is we will exit. And we'll boot into Windows and check that it is all recognized in Windows. And let's check, just see how much we've got. And there you go, 16 gigs of RAM. So it's a pretty easy upgrade. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. So I was using about 40% before, so it should be like 20 now. Yeah, pretty much exactly on 20. Awesome. Very happy. Alrighty, so that's the end result. I quite like that actually. I think it looks pretty good. Yeah, I know you can set the colors with the HyperX software. I might do that a bit later on because it looks kind of weird when they're changing. Actually, you know what? Let's make all the lights change, shall we? There we go. Wow, that looks really cool. That RAM really just makes it look legit. That's pretty cool. I also managed to get the XMP enabled. And yeah, so just make sure it runs at 2400 megahertz. That's fastest this board supports. All the time. So yeah. Pretty stoked, pretty happy. I would still love to get some white cable extensions. I might have to order some. And then I think that would really just pop the build, make it look really good. One for up on the CPU connector as well, but man, that looks pretty mad. I quite like that. Next upgrades will probably be, I don't really need another graphics card. I don't play that many high-end titles, so maybe CPU possibly. Maybe, I think probably a Ryzen 5, something like that, and definitely maybe a new power supply and definitely better storage because yeah, kind of running out of storage. Would like to maybe get a NVMe and M.2 SSD. That'd be nice. But yeah, nah, it's looking good. Anyway, guys, if you enjoyed the video, if you found it helpful, please subscribe, comment, like. If you have any questions, just drop them down below in the comments section. Alrighty. Cheers, guys. Peace out.